Artificial intelligence has revolutionized many things and is going to revolutionize a lot of things in the future. And there have been so many debates and opinions on the topic. I've been messing about with it for the last few weeks, and the things that you can do with it are mind-blowing. And the potential it has to help you achieve the things that you want is nothing short of amazing. I previously made a video on learning how to code fast, but ChatGPT has completely changed the game. Over 20 years after the launch of Google, and people still don't know how to use it to the best of its capabilities. Knowing how to use ChatGPT will accelerate the speed at which you can fulfill your goals. And why would you not want to take advantage of that? But let's deal with the most obvious thing at hand. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot developed by OpenAI. It's a natural language processing tool that allows you to eerily have conversations that feel very human-like. However, it's not very good at understanding human intent, and it is, at the end of the day, a bot. That's why framing your questions or prompts that you have are really important to ensure that you can get the best possible results. Better prompts equals better responses. Let me show you. What would you ask it? How do I learn JavaScript? Let's try it. How do I learn JavaScript? Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so we're getting a response. As you can see, it gives a pretty decent response. It breaks things down in a 6-step process and even gives you some words of encouragement at the end. And that's okay, that's decent, but you can get much better from ChatGPT. Remember, when you give ChatGPT more information and more context, you in turn will have a better prompt. And if you have a better prompt, you'll have better responses. You know it, you want to be able to unleash the AI's potential. You can tell it what you want, what role you want it to play, how much time you want to allocate, and what your end goal is. You can give it more information just depending on your situation and what you need from it. So instead, let's try something like this. I'd like a study schedule for time allocation with video resources given that I'd like to learn JavaScript. I'm not having this and become a web developer. What else can we add? Let's say we want, we're able to allocate, 2 hours a day, 5 times a week. And let's see what he says. As you can see, it's starting to generate a study schedule with time allocation and video resources, like we said. Pretty impressive, I have to admit. So there you go. It's giving you a full 5-week study schedule to let you know what you should study, in what order, and how much time you should allocate to it, along with some practice questions. Remember, this is just a sample schedule. You can. Very, very powerful words. Can you master JavaScript and front-end development and React in 5 weeks, given that you only have 2 hours a day, 5 times a week? I highly doubt it. But like it mentioned, this is still a very good sample schedule, and you may have to extend this to 10 weeks or whatever, how many weeks, depending on your capacity. But this is something that you could definitely do, and it gives you a really good study schedule and resources along with it, video resources. If you want written resources with it too, you can mention that in the prompt as well. Now, I have to admit, beyond using ChatGPT for a couple of months now, the main reason I know why to ask these specific type of questions is because I went through the rot of trying to learn, and I know what I would need from ChatGPT. So knowledge and having domain knowledge is quite important as well. If you've decided that you want to go ahead with this study schedule, but you find yourself stuck with a particular concept, guess what? You can ask ChatGPT to be your tutor and explain that specific concept to you. If there's just one reason why university or college students need to use ChatGPT is because of that. I guarantee that you've had a professor that you just could not sync up with on an academic level. No matter how they explain any type of topic or concept, it just would not get through to you. That's where you can harness the power of ChatGPT. It can explain these things so well and give you written or video resources depending on what you want. So you're stuck on a specific coding concept or something that really bothers you, like for instance, solid principles, and you need to understand what it is before your next class. This is what you can ask ChatGPT. Can you explain what solid principles are? And can you refer me to highly rated video or written resources? Let's see what he says. This is amazing, honestly. There you go. Explain with examples. There's a video resources, written resources, if you prefer to read. And this is one of the many ways that you can harness this AI tool. It's simply mind-boggling. And sometimes the way that you're currently being taught just isn't for you. ChatGPT can curate to your teaching style and help you succeed. And then when you finish with any of these topics, if you still don't feel comfortable, you can ask ChatGPT to give you basic questions on the topic you've just learned. For instance, you can ask it to, I don't know, give me a basic coding question on JavaScript functions. Okay, even helps you out. You can simply go ahead and try that. So it's just function multiply a b. Gives you a head start. Cool. A and I return a times. And there you go. That was right. You can get ChatGPT to be your tutor and question you on the things that you are unsure of to get better at it. You can even go as far as getting ChatGPT to act like a JavaScript console for you. I would caveat all of this with projects. Coding is very much a highly technical skill, and the best way that you can learn is by applying yourself. And that's where projects come in. And you can get ChatGPT to give you projects based off where you are on your learning. For instance, you could ask it something along the lines of, I only know arrays. Can you give me a JavaScript project to do? And look, it gives you an idea. It even gives you some pseudocode, some steps that you can follow to make the actual project, and some sample code too. Voila! Let me try something. No. Where did they get this from? No. That's just no way. That's just no way. Let's wait for this to finish and I'll see what comes out of it. Okay, this looks crazy. This looks crazy. I'm gonna test this out. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. So I did exactly what ChatGPT wanted me to do. The only thing that I did was I exported, or rather, I added this array and exported it, imported it in the straw hat list.js, so that I could read this map here. So I'm gonna start it and let's see what it does. Not what I had in mind, but the more you use ChatGPT, the better that you'll get at it, and the better prompts that you can put out, so therefore the better responses you'll get. Let it know what you want it to be and what you want from it. You can also ask it to further break things down that you don't understand when asking a question. I even used ChatGPT to give me an itinerary for a holiday that I plan to go to soon. It's honestly mind-blowing. And there are these amazing prompts that I came across that give you even more capabilities outside of the world of code. I'll link it in the description box below. ChatGPT is already helping me in my daily life, and I'm using it to reduce the cognitive load when I'm trying to do anything at all. Check it out and let it help you out in your daily tasks. This is Mohammed, and I'll see you guys in the next one, inshallah.